Good evening. Tonight, we reveal a global race with massive consequences. The West's urgent scramble to break China's near-total grip on rare earth elements. These minerals are the backbone of green energy, advanced technology, and national security. The US and its allies are now racing to build a new supply chain from scratch, challenging decades of Chinese dominance. From Australia to Brazil to America's heartland, governments and companies are joining forces to secure these vital resources. The stakes, the future of our economies, our security, and our technological edge. The world is waking up to a critical dependency, and the race to fix it is on. When we talk about the global race for resources, most people think of oil, gas, or maybe even lithium. But there's a hidden world of rare earth elements that quietly power our modern lives. What are these rare earths at the heart of the scramble? They're not flashy, and you won't find them in your jewelry box, but their impact is everywhere, from the devices in your pocket to the vehicles on our roads. Among the 17 rare earth elements, 2 stand out for their unique properties and critical importance: dysprosium and terbium. These metals might sound obscure, but they are the unsung heroes behind some of the most advanced technologies of our age. Without them, many of the innovations we take for granted would simply not be possible. Dysprosium and terbium are essential for manufacturing high-performance magnets. These magnets are the beating heart of electric vehicles, enabling motors to run efficiently and reliably. They're also crucial for wind turbines, helping convert wind into clean, renewable energy. And in the world of defense, these elements are indispensable for advanced military systems, from radar to precision-guided weapons. Without a steady supply of dysprosium and terbium, electric vehicles would lose significant range and power, wind turbines would become less efficient, and military technology would risk falling behind. The consequences would ripple through industries, economies, and even national security. What makes these elements so special? It's their ability to keep magnets strong and stable at high temperatures. In the harsh environments of a car engine, a wind turbine, or a missile, ordinary magnets would weaken and fail. Dysprosium and terbium ensure that these critical components keep working, no matter the heat or stress. The US military's most advanced weapon systems, from state-of-the-art missiles to next-generation fighter jets, depend on these rare earths. Without them, the technological edge that underpins national defense could be lost. For years, manufacturers around the world prioritized cheap and abundant supply from China, the dominant player in rare earth mining and processing. This made sense for the bottom line, but it created a dangerous dependency. Now, as geopolitical tensions rise and supply chains face new threats, the focus has shifted. Security and resilience are the new priorities. Governments and companies are scrambling to secure alternative sources and build up strategic reserves. The uncomfortable truth is that much of the West's technological and military strength still rests on materials controlled by a strategic rival. This reliance is a vulnerability that can no longer be ignored. As the world wakes up to the unseen power of dysprosium and terbium, the race is on, not just for resources, but for the future of technology, energy, and security. For the US and its allies, the stakes have never been higher. How did China come to control over 90% of the world's heavy rare earths? Decades ago, Beijing saw rare earths as strategic, investing heavily and accepting environmental costs others wouldn't. State subsidies and advanced processing forced global competitors out of business. Today, even non-Chinese ore is often shipped to China for final processing. This gives Beijing enormous leverage, demonstrated when it cut off exports to Japan and imposed new export controls. The West's dependence is now a strategic vulnerability, not just a supply chain issue. That's why the race to build alternatives is so urgent. The US and its allies are fighting back with a three-pronged strategy. First, secure new sources of heavy rare earth ore in friendly nations like Australia, Canada, and Brazil. Second, build advanced processing plants at home, breaking China's monopoly on refining. Third, ramp up recycling, recovering rare earths from old electronics and wind turbines. These efforts aim to create a mine-to-magnet supply chain entirely within Allied borders. Recycling reduces environmental impact and builds a sustainable, circular supply. Governments and private companies are working together as never before. The goal, a permanent, secure alternative to Chinese supply. It's a monumental task, but essential for economic and national security. The road to rare earth independence is steep, winding through a landscape filled with obstacles both seen and unseen. For countries hoping to break free from China's near monopoly, the journey is as daunting as traversing a rugged mountain pass, where every step forward is met with new challenges. One of the biggest hurdles is the scarcity of heavy rare earth deposits outside China. These elements are not only rare, but often found in remote, difficult-to-access locations. Launching new mining projects in these areas is a high-stakes gamble, requiring massive upfront investments and years of exploration before any returns are seen. Even if a promising deposit is discovered, the next challenge is building the infrastructure to extract and process the minerals. Constructing mines and processing plants is a multi-billion-dollar endeavor, fraught with technical and financial risks. Meanwhile, China's established industry can quickly lower prices, making it nearly impossible for new entrants to compete on cost alone. In Western countries, strict environmental regulations add further complexity. Projects must undergo years of environmental assessments, public consultations, and regulatory reviews. These processes, while essential for protecting ecosystems and communities, can delay projects by a decade or more and add millions to the final bill. Processing rare earths is also an environmental minefield. The extraction process generates toxic and sometimes radioactive waste, requiring advanced technology and strict oversight to manage safely. Cleaning up and containing this waste is both costly and controversial, often sparking public opposition. Another major barrier is the loss of technical expertise. Decades of outsourcing have left many Western nations without the skilled chemists, engineers, and metallurgists needed to develop and operate rare earth facilities. Rebuilding this knowledge base will take years of investment in education, training, and research. All these factors mean that bringing a new rare earth project online is a marathon, not a sprint. From discovery to production, the process can easily stretch over a decade, with no guarantee of success at the end. Investors are understandably wary. The ever-present risk that China could suddenly flood the market with cheap rare earths makes financing new ventures a tough sell. A single policy change or export surge from China can wipe out years of planning and millions in investment overnight. Taken together, these challenges make the quest for rare earth independence a true uphill battle, one that demands persistence, innovation, and a willingness to face setbacks head-on. The path is long and uncertain, but for those determined to walk it, the rewards could reshape the global balance of power. Despite the significant obstacles and the complex geopolitical landscape, Western nations are making real, measurable progress in securing their rare earth supply chains. The journey is far from easy, but determination and innovation are driving a new era of collaboration and investment. Governments, industry leaders, and scientists are coming together to address the challenges head-on, recognizing that the stakes are higher than ever before. In the United States, major funding is being directed toward projects like the Mountain Pass mine in California, which is one of the only rare earth mines in North America. Alongside this, new state-of-the-art processing plants are being constructed in Texas, aiming to reduce reliance on foreign sources and create a domestic supply chain from extraction to finished product. These facilities are not just about mining. They represent a commitment to advanced technology, environmental responsibility, and high-quality jobs for American workers. Australia's Lynas Corporation, a global leader in rare earths, is building a heavy rare earth processing facility in Texas, a project that has received strong backing from the U.S. Department of Defense. This partnership highlights the strategic importance of rare earths for national security and technological leadership. The facility will help fill critical gaps in the supply chain, ensuring that essential materials for electronics, renewable energy, and defense systems are available when needed. Meanwhile, Canada and several European countries are investing in new mining operations, leveraging their own natural resources and technological expertise. Brazil, with its vast mineral wealth, is rapidly emerging as a key partner in the global rare earth market. These nations are not only extracting resources but also developing processing capabilities, research initiatives, and workforce training programs to support a sustainable industry. All of these projects are interconnected through a web of international agreements and partnerships. By working together, these countries are building a resilient and diversified supply chain that can withstand disruptions and adapt to changing global demands. This network is designed to ensure that rare earth materials can move efficiently from mines to markets, supporting industries from clean energy to advanced manufacturing. At the heart of this effort is the Minerals Security Partnership, an alliance that brings together over a dozen countries to coordinate investment, share information, and align policy. Through regular summits and working groups, members collaborate on best practices, environmental standards, and strategies for responsible sourcing. The partnership is a testament to the power of international cooperation in addressing shared challenges. The ultimate goal is clear: to ensure that rare earths mined in one country can be processed, refined, and utilized across the entire alliance. This seamless integration supports innovation, economic growth, and security for all member nations. It also encourages the development of new technologies and greener processes, setting a global standard for the industry. In the end, this is more than just a business arrangement. It's a strategic network built on trust, transparency, and cooperation. By joining forces, these nations are shaping the future of critical minerals, ensuring stability and prosperity for generations to come. Free markets alone can't solve this problem. China's state subsidies make its rare earths artificially cheap, undercutting Western producers. Western governments are stepping in with grants, loan guarantees, and purchasing mandates to level the playing field. The U.S. is funding new processing plants and requiring defense contractors to buy allied-sourced magnets. Tax credits and incentives are making domestic production more competitive. These measures are essential to build a secure supply chain. It's a strategic partnership between government and industry, because national security is on the line. The stakes couldn't be higher. Without a secure supply of dysprosium and terbium, the green energy transition could stall. Electric vehicles, wind turbines, and advanced defense systems all depend on these materials. A supply shock could cripple manufacturing, threaten climate goals, and undermine military readiness. Continued reliance on China gives Beijing dangerous leverage over Western economies and security. The risk jobs lost, innovation stifled, and control over key technologies ceded to a rival. The decisions made today will shape the next decade. The cost of failure? A future where progress depends on China's permission. What does success look like? Not a new monopoly, but a diverse, resilient supply chain shared among allies. Rare earths mined in Australia or Brazil, processed in the US or Europe, and turned into magnets in Japan or Germany. No single country controls the market, making the system shock-proof. New supply chains will set higher standards for environmental and social responsibility. Recycling and strict regulations will make the industry cleaner and more sustainable. This is about more than minerals. It's about securing our technological future, economic prosperity, and national security. The race is on, and the outcome will shape the world for decades to come.